Most of these people are making decent money online. They're running agencies, coaching businesses, e-commerce stores. So a few weeks ago, I got invited to speak at one of the largest digital nomad communities in the world. Over 1,000 location independent entrepreneurs who built businesses they can run from anywhere. But when I told them I was going to show them how to build a UGC business that consistently generates 10K plus per month while traveling the world, the energy in the room completely shifted. This is one of the first public speaking events I did online, and I thought I'd share the same energy and experience to you guys. So inside the live class, I went over the following key points: how to get started completely from scratch as a UGC creator with zero experience and zero followers, how to build and structure your UGC portfolio, how to get paid and do UGC even while you're traveling full time, and a bunch of more helpful tips to help you scale your UGC business to 6 figures. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Hey, shall we start, guys? And Gloria runs a community called UGC World on School. And where are you from, Gloria?
I am from Minnesota in the United States.
And how did you get into this this whole UGC thing, and kind of maybe give us a bit of background on yourself?
100%. First of all, guys, drop a 1 in the chat if you're ready for this. It's right now in America, it's like 8 a.m. I know for a lot of you, it's like 8 p.m., right? So I appreciate you guys hopping on a Sunday morning or evening time to learn about UGC. I'm going to make sure that this call is worth it. It's life-changing, and you're going to have, a lot of clarity on how you can make money traveling abroad, because I know a lot of you guys in this community are traveling. So yeah, we're about to have one hell of a time. And I'm super excited to do a quick intro of myself. Like I said, my name is Gloria Stone Lake. I am from Minneapolis, Minnesota in the United States. If you don't know where that is, that's up north in the US. Right now, it's like maybe 40 degrees Fahrenheit right now, and it's getting colder. My background is that I started entrepreneurship maybe about 3 years ago. I started in digital marketing and online business, and running ads for local business owners of all kinds, like loan officers, gyms, spas, everything like that. And that's what kind of got me into UGC. And I'll walk you through. If you guys don't know what Land of 10,000 Lakes, 100%. If you guys don't know what UGC is, it stands for user-generated content. I'll break down A to Z on how you guys can start UGC and make money online from UGC. But a quick background on myself is I started online business. I started to learn systems, and I started to learn how to make money online at an earlier age of 16 years old. 3 years later, I am a UGC creator, and I make money online through video content. So over my past 3 years, I learned systems. I learned how to run a business. I learned all of these things to generate income online. And at the time, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I realized I was getting burnt out from my first online business of running ads and dealing with clients and everything like that online. And that's what kind of led me to UGC, which is creating videos essentially like on your phone. Right? On your phone, sending them to businesses and getting paid for the videos that you're creating for, their local business, or for, their Airbnb or hotel, or for their, products, like, for example, the supplement brand. Right? So any kind of company, product, or a service, you can make UGC for a video around their product, so they can use it as marketing material to market their business and essentially, grow their business through the videos. So that's a little bit about my story. I started a business, I got a UGC, and I realized that the UGC space doesn't know anything about business. So the thing about content creation is that once you understand it and start content creation, you can make a lot of money from content creation, right? So I started running ads. I started doing these things for business owners online to make money online. And then I moved to content creation, and I put systems into my content creation, right? So I can start making money like a business as a content creator. So yes, it is, Toby, I'm reading the comments here. It can be a standalone business model, and that's what I'm going to jump into today.
So I've got a quick question. When you say content creation, we're talking about like TikTok, Instagram. Are we talking about like creating a profile on those platforms, or are we talking about creating it purely just to send to businesses so they can use it for ads and stuff like that?
100%, yeah. And we can just break this down bit by bit, because I know that was a lot of information of what I just said. But yeah, to start off, all you need is like a phone, some sort of like recording device, a phone, a camera, something like that. A social media profile, like a Instagram or a TikTok profile. That's where you get started. Essentially, you can start creating content on those profiles. And you don't need a following. That's the biggest misconception. You need to be an influencer. You need to have 1 million followers. You need to have tens of thousands of followers, or even 100 followers. You don't need any followers. As a content creator myself, the first 5K month, $5,000 in a single month I made from, content creation I had 12 followers. Dead serious. 12 followers. And it was from leveraging the videos that I create. So essentially, it is, yes, you need social media profile, but the social media profile, we're not directly posting the content that we create for these brands on our social media. We can, but we don't have to. We're actually taking that, we're creating the videos, we're taking the assets, and we're sending it to brands.
Daniel said, is it like product reviews?
So UGC is more so, yes, of product reviews, product testimonials, service, problem solution videos, essentially a marketing video that will help a brand market, their business, right? How about this, Brett? Would it be cool if I share my screen and show you guys some examples?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I think that will help you guys out better to understand what UGC is and how you guys can utilize it for, to make money yourself.
Because when you say content creation, I think a lot of people's brains just go straight to like making a YouTube video, right? Or something like that.
Yeah. So UGC is more so of like a short form video. It's more of like a short form content video where we can just like whip out our phone. And yeah, I'm going to show you guys right now. I prepared some like videos and I'm going to kind of show you like what a UGC video is. And I think that will help you guys better understand what it is. And I'll walk you through how you guys can get started as well. But let me stop share and reshare with sound so you guys can hear it. So let me show you what a UGC video looks like. And this is a video I made for a company, a travel company. It's actually this suitcase brand. And I landed this client. They paid me like $500, for a couple videos just like this. So yeah, let's play it. Pack with me for Hawaii with my stylish haze luggage. Start with the carry-on. I chose the gorgeous ice blue color and it's giving serious model at the airport vibes. First, I'm packing tops, bottoms, and swimsuits with the beach towel and a couple of sweaters. The foley line inside features a zipper divider, buckled compression straps for holding my luggage safely, and zippered pockets perfect for holding smaller pieces like underwear. I'm also adding my beach shoes, sunscreen, and bathroom products. Thanks to the zipper release expansion system, I'll get 20% extra packing space, leaving plenty of room for souvenirs. The built-in TSA pre-approved combination lock keeps my belongings secure and gives me peace of mind while traveling. The suitcase is made with a lightweight polycarbonate composite with a brushed metal texture, metal corner guards, and gel cushion handles to make sure it doesn't dent or scratch during my trip. And the 360-degree spinner wheels make gliding through the airport a breeze. Now for my personal item, the puffer tote bag. It's perfect for carrying my bathroom bag, device cords, and smaller items I'll need on the plane. It even has a padded pouch for my laptop, making airport security quick and easy. This tote is so chic with a feel and quality that's unmatched, and it slides seamlessly onto my carry-on, making travel practical and stylish. This haze luggage has officially become my go-to for every trip. If you're looking for luggage that's both secure and stylish, you need this set in your life. So that's a UGC video. Not all UGC looks like this. UGC comes in many different forms, but essentially I am the main moral of the story. It doesn't have to be, I know you guys are probably overwhelmed by how jumpy maybe and quick it was, but not all UGC has to be jumpy or quick. This video showcases the product and how I use it and how I'm going to use it in the airport and traveling. And that's the point of this. This video got over 1 million views on TikTok. Over 1 million views on TikTok for the brand, and it helped the brand generate more sales. And that's how we can get paid for getting these products in the mail. This product, I got it for free. This $200 suitcase, I got it for free in the mail.
Right.
And then I got paid on top of it for my labor putting this video together so this brand can use it as marketing material. And when I say marketing material, guys, I'm saying run it as ads, like on TikTok, or post it on TikTok organically, or post on their website, or use it in material to get someone to purchase the product. Because UGC, user-generated content, it combines an ad with raw experience with the product. Do you guys understand on how that can be, very impactful for a brand when it comes to marketing material?
I've heard that like UGC ads are like they're just like outperforming regular ads that the brands produce because people want to relate to normal people, right? So
that's right. That's right. UGC does. There's a stat out there. UGC performs 2 to 4 times better on average than traditional or normal, marketing material. So as someone that is okay with being on camera, honestly, you don't even have to. You can do faceless UGC as well. But as someone that has a phone, right? Guys, if you're listening to this right now and you have a phone on you and you travel a bunch or you're looking to travel a bunch, you can make the same thing, right, for your traveling products like I do, and you can pitch to brands and get paid for it. Or you can take videos of your travel destination. So I'm going to show you guys another video that you guys can see. And this might pertain more to you guys and what you guys do. But I'm going to show you a video you guys can make on your travels. And you honestly, you can get free stays at hotels. You can get free stays at Airbnbs for making videos, no matter how old you are, no matter what age you are, for these companies, for these Airbnbs, for these hotels. And I'm going to show you an example of a travel specific UGC video that anyone can whip out their phone and make a bag from it. This is a great example. There it is. It's that quick. It's that simple. This walks through Airbnb. Does that make sense, Brett?
Yeah. Would that be so just to get clear, when you said like the last video had like 1 million views, that wasn't on your channel. You've recorded this, you sent it to the brand, and they have driven 1 million views to it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So the thing about UGC is most brands don't require you to post it on your feed. You send it to the brand, they post it. You can have 12 followers. But this video here, this was like another UGC example. And you don't even have to show your face. You just take a few shots. This is like 10 or 15 shots of the Airbnb or hotel that you stayed at. There's a cool caption on here or a hook. Right? And it gets someone to have that FOMO or have that desire to stay at this Airbnb. This video got 2,900 likes.
Right. And is that published on the brand's Instagram, right?
Yes, it should be published on the brand's Instagram.
Got it.
Sometimes brands will have you post on your Instagram, but you can actually charge extra for that.
So if you post on your Instagram, you will charge them more.
Yeah.
Got it.
So a video like this, it could cost anywhere between, $100 to like $300.
Okay.
The average UGC video is like $200. So you can make videos like this and charge brands like $200 and a free stay on top of that, right?
Nice.
Because brands need this marketing material. Gloria, okay, I understand what UGC is, right? It's a video I make for a brand or a company. I don't have to be in it. I could be in it, right? I don't have to post out my organic. How does like the payment work? How do I get paid? How do I approach brands, right? Which is probably the next question you guys have. So really how you do it is you reach out to brands on Instagram. You pitch them on Instagram. You pitch them over email. You pitch them on the Airbnb app. You can search up hotel websites or Airbnb websites, right? And you can find contact information and you reach out to them. You pitch them your service. And we put together something called a portfolio. It's kind of like a photography portfolio, but for UGC videos. And essentially you present that to a brand and that gets a brand to ask you, what are your rates? And then you break down your rates for them. You hop on a call with them, like a sales call, or you go over email, you break down your rates. And my rates are like $200 a video. If they buy a package, I'll knock the price per video down. So maybe from a $200 video, if someone orders 3 videos from me instead of $600, maybe I'd do a discount like $500. And then you can make, UGC, like once you get enough clients, right? Okay, you're interested in traveling products. Beautiful. That's a niche. So we niche with UGC. And once you get enough clients every month and people coming back to you as you create better and better content, that's when you can make a full-time income. I'm talking 5 to 10K and beyond. There's creators in my community that make 25K plus, Gen X creators, right? A month from creating videos with UGC. So once you get really strategic and get kind of good on the camera, right? Get practice with your phone, you can make a big impact. And same time, you can make a lot of money. It's
interesting as well, like because I never really took on any sponsored videos on my channel, and I had a sponsor reach out. This is not really the same because I'm like, it's just a channel sponsorship, and I always just ignored them because I was too busy. And then my friend said, "Oh, you should work with a company." I said, "Okay," and I went back to them, and I thought it would just be like a one and done, like they'd pay me to do a video and then that would be it. And they were like, "Oh, the way we work is we'll just probably pay you like every month, just keep going." So it was like, wow, like these brands will actually basically become clients and just continuously pay you, which I didn't realize. I thought the way it works is they pay you for one video and then that's it,
It depends on how you structure it as a creator. You can approach a brand and be like, "Hey, here are my rates, here are my packages. It's a one-time fee." Right? But also something that I like to do to get several payouts over time from a single brand is I like to charge usage rights. So technically, when you create videos for brands, guys, you don't necessarily have to give your content to a brand and it's theirs forever. You give them usage or leasing rights on your content, if that makes sense. It's kind of like renting an apartment. Like right now, I'm in a rental apartment. I pay every single month to the landlord, but it's kind of the same thing with UGC where they're renting your content and every month that it's performing, they want to use it, or every 3 months, they pay you a fee. There was this supplement company I worked with and they pay me every 90 days, like an extra like $100 to $200 every 90 days because they use my videos. But a brand is only going to pay you once you create good content. They're not going to pay you more if your content isn't good because they're not going to use it in their material anymore.
It's actually genius from like the brand's perspective because creating ads is so time consuming and like I guess if the brand's creating the content, like the ad, it's kind of like they're forcing the product down the consumer's throat. Whereas like if a regular person's creating it, it's so much more authentic, it works better, and they don't even have to create it, right? They can just pay like a small amount of money.
Yeah, 100%. It's like taking care of like the whole studio and actor costs and like the whole setup, like a professional studio setup, right? And it's putting it on a creator to do that whole thing in their home, right? For that video you guys watched of me with that like suitcase, I actually restructured my whole living room for that. I put together a set for that, right? And that's why it's not just creating a cute video, guys. It's creating a video that's going to convert, which is decluttering your apartment or wherever you live by making sure you have good lighting, making sure your outfit is okay, changing, putting on makeup, or changing your appearance to fit the part. It's like so the cool thing about UGC, it's a little bit like acting if you're in the videos, but it's videography combined with act. And the cool thing about it is you can pick up your phone and do it today. You can pick up your phone and start doing it today.
User generated content that makes money. Can it be digital flyers, not videos on social media, animated GIFs, a video in which you don't show your face like a screen recording?
Yeah, that's a great question. So UGC can be faceless, like that example I showed you of that Airbnb. It can be faceless like that, where you don't even show it, your face. But the thing about UGC, guys, let's break it down. User-generated content. Showing your face shows that you're a user. You can make money faceless, UGC, but it is more authentic, and you're going to have the ability to work with a bigger pool of brands like I do if you go with your face, if you're okay with showing your face.
Would you say that like to do like faceless, like the type of people that would gravitate to that would probably be like very good videographers and stuff, like you said,
Yes.
the shots of the hotels and stuff? Because if you're making kind of like I'm guessing if you're making like an average faceless video, like the brand could just do that without paying you.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
So it leans more on your aesthetics, and it leans more on like what makes you unique as a videographer, because you're technically stepping into a videographer role instead of like an acting role. Right?
Yeah.
UGC combines both.
It's quite eye-opening. After seeing this, I'm thinking about all of the ads that I've seen, like on YouTube and stuff, and I'm like, that's not effect. Like that's the user generated ad. Like all the ads that I've seen are like coming back to me now. I'm thinking, I wonder how much they got paid for that one. Now
Yeah.
now, and also now that I've seen it, I won't be able to unsee it now. I'll be wondering now every time I see an ad if it's like a user that's created. Okay, what if I live abroad? What the company sent the product to me? If it is what if I live abroad? And I guess what if I live abroad and the company sent the product to me? If it's a London company, I think he's basically saying what happens if I live abroad. Yeah, Freddie said he was in Hoi Hin, I think. That was a question I had as well originally, because I was like, can this only be done in the US? But you did say hotels and things like that.
Yeah. So UGC, I mean, any UGC pertains, and it's one of the top 5 ways to market your business, right, in the world. It's so popular. Any single company that has a product or service, which is all companies basically, uses UGC, meaning that you can work with software companies and AI apps and all of those niches, online. Right, where you don't actually need a physical product, you just need to log into their software on a free trial or whatever they have for you. Or you could do, yes, that travel Airbnb hotel UGC or destination UGC. You also could do UGC around professional services, right? Or B2B like SaaS companies, right? Where they need spokespeople, kind of like how I'm speaking to you guys right now. They need people to speak to the camera like that as well. A lot of companies and CEOs don't want to be the face of their brand. They want someone else to be the face of their brand. So they hire actors and creators like us to create a series of content for them in this way as well. That's more spokesperson, where you're speaking directly to the camera. So you don't need, for a lot of UGC deals, yeah, you kind of need to live in the same area or the same country so they can ship it, but you don't need a niche in product-based UGC. You can niche in software and tech and online companies. You don't need like a physical product, or you don't need to be locally around the restaurant or anything, for example. So you can do UGC anywhere. It depends on which niche. Software, physical products, supplements, skincare, beauty, professional services, local businesses like real estate agents, things like that. And you make content for them. But you can niche in like, again, AI companies, crypto, like fintech, health tech, cryptocurrency stuff online, right? Like there's a lot that you can niche in that's not product based, especially if you're traveling a ton. I travel a ton. I just got home from Bali, and the whole time I was doing just service based UGC around certain digital, companies.
Oh, cool. And brands will send you stuff as well. Like I've had brands send me stuff from all over the world, like different bits and stuff.
Yeah.
But I guess like if you were solely focused on like, oh, I don't know, if you were like doing UGC for like office chairs and you lived in like somewhere where it was expensive to ship office chairs, you'd probably be like ruining your chances of landing a lot of deals.
Yeah.
Right.
Something you also could do, like something I did for a brand, is like they're like, Gloria, this can be $50 to ship this thing because they're in the UK, I'm in the US. I'm like, you know what? You can just take that off of my payment fee, right? Because the product is like very valuable in itself, and I need this product either way. So just take that off of the fee, right? That's something you also could do to propose to brands, is like, hey, like, okay, I know I charge $200, but I can do it for $150 this time because of the shipping costs. And you can kind of negotiate with brands. You can talk, you're running your own business, guys. This is not an MLM, right? This is not something that is controlled by someone else. You are your own business owner. You are your own business owner. You control your own business here. You control your flow. No one else does, meaning that you can negotiate. You can hop on sales calls. You can talk to brands and negotiate for a rate that you want, and you can get the rate that you want to once you properly propose it to brands and negotiate and price anchor and position yourself properly in front of brands to make an income from it.
It sounds quite funny when you say it like that, because it's like, okay, I'll give you a discount on shipping me your really expensive product that you're going to give me for free.
Yeah.
You're getting the free stuff as well on top of it.
Yeah.
Daniel said, okay, but how will you make the brands pay?
Yeah, that's a great question. So what we do is we align a contract with the brand, because we're technically freelancers, contractors, business owners, whatever you want to call it. We put a contract in place. So I have a contract template I have in my free community, and then we just give them our PayPal, right? And we make sure like we're very clear on like, hey, when are we looking to get payout? The brand typically will pay you out like 5 to 7 days after you deliver the videos. Sometimes brands are like, they request revisions where they're like, okay, I don't like how you pronounce our brand name wrong, something like that. Okay, cool. Let me go back and like redo the voiceover or redo something like that. And then that's where you send it to the brand and they'll pay you out typically within 5 to 7 days. I have a lot of personal relationships with my brand owners in the sense of just being friends. So a lot of brand owners I'm connected with on WhatsApp, and they pay me out same day. So once you start building business is relationships. So once you start building these relationships, you can get payouts, right? You can build relationships and get long-term clients where you get paid monthly, $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 a month from certain brands that you build relationships with and provide value. How do you find the companies that are interested or need videos? That is an amazing question. So what you do is you surf kind of the internet, and I also use software. I'm strategic like that. So I use software as well, like Apollo. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that. Apollo.io. It's a lead scraping or a contact scraping software. I scrape contacts, guys. I don't want this to go over your head, but I scrape contacts and I email them with a different software on autopilot. So when I email and pitch these brands and approach them with my pitch around UGC, and the email is pretty simple. It's like, hey, I'm a UGC creator. I've done this for other brands, and this is what I'm looking to bring to your brand. And if they're interested, they'll let me know and I'll send them my portfolio. And if they're interested in that, I'll walk them through my rates on a call, and then I'll put a contract together, and then I'll make the videos for them and deliver on them.
So how do the brands select the UGC you make?
I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and I'm going to show you what a portfolio looks like. And a portfolio is your main selling point. It's like going to a restaurant and looking at the menu, right? What am I going to get here? It's kind of the same thing with UGC. This is kind of your menu in a sense. Yes, portfolio is very important. So this is essentially where a brand, and this is my portfolio, and this portfolio made me tens of thousands of dollars so far with UGC, and it's very simple. So essentially, I just have an introduction on myself with a picture up here, my full name, all my social media that they can look at. Some brands I've worked with. I don't know if any of these look familiar to you guys, but I've worked with, quite a few brands in my past, which only helped me to generate more collabs. But at the end of the day, if you haven't worked with any brands, that's no biggie, because the biggest selling point is your videos. So I have many videos on here, and I have many niches: apps and software videos, skin, hair, body videos, health and supplement videos, marketing agency videos. I've worked, and this will show brands that I've worked with a variety of companies so far. And you can trust me because I've done so much work for other companies, right? Or I've created so many quality videos. They can go on here and watch my videos live. Here's exactly how I stop my stomach bloating and fatigue. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I guess when you're starting out, you're probably not going to have much of a portfolio, but I'm guessing kind of like freelance. It's kind of like freelancing in a way. Would you just work for like lesser rates and then build your portfolio up over
Yeah.
time or?
Yeah, you can do that. Also, you could just take random products that you use every day in your
Oh,
life without even technically working with the company. You could just make videos around their products. Because
got it. Okay.
the companies that you, or say that you're going on vacation next week and you're going to stay at an Airbnb that's video worthy, right? Take videos of it. And the cool thing about that is you can put that video in your portfolio, and you also can pitch the brand, go turn around and pitch the brand. Hey, I made a video of your Airbnb. I usually charge $200, Mrs. Brand or Mrs. Airbnb. This time around, I can just give it to you for like $50 or $100.
All right. So you could still get paid, even if you don't get paid, you're creating something for your
Yes.
portfolio, but you might get paid in the process.
100%. Yeah, David's comment here. If I had a great experience with a natural product and I wanted to share that experience, could I reach out to manufacturer of the supplement and ask them if they're interested in hearing my experience with a product to start? Yes, go right to that brand, look up their email, right? Go to their website, look up their email, or even DM them on Instagram and ask them if they're looking for UGC. Tell them about your experience and say, I'm motivated and inspired to make a video for you. And here's some video examples I can make for you. Guys, I don't want to assume anyone's age in here. There's a very big need for Gen X creators. Why? Because Gen Z grew up with, I'm Gen Z. I grew up with a phone. Like I had a phone in my hand since like fourth grade. I'm gonna be very serious with you guys. I grew up with videos, right? And making videos and creating content on like social media ever since I was young, like with just random stuff without related to UGC. But Gen X, you guys didn't. So if you guys get good at creating videos and raw testimonials and reviews and videos for these brands, you can get paid a lot of money because these brands that target your demographic, right, will really use your videos. So there's actually more of a need and more of a market for people in the Gen X age range to start a UGC business and to be a UGC creator because you can make a lot of money because it's a blue ocean.
Yeah, the demand there's demand there, but no supply, right? Whereas like young people
Yes.
they're all like tech savvy, so they're all competing to try and do it. Yeah.
100%.
Do international brands accept other spoken languages in the vids, or must be English?
Check with the brand. If you're bilingual, unfortunately, I'm not. I want to be. But if you're bilingual, that's a superpower, guys. So you can go to a brand and say, hey, I can make the video. If you're going to like a German brand and you speak German, you can go to that brand and be like, hey, I can make an English and a German video for you. Or which one would you like, Mrs. Brand? Right? And they can tell you, oh, we want it in Germany. Okay, cool. Because if a brand is from Germany and they're marketing in America, chances are if they run a German, ad in America, it's not going to hit because Americans, they speak English. So with that being said, that's kind of the approach you can take. There's a lot of abundance, guys. There's a lot of abundance in the UGC industry in the sense of you doing whatever you want to. If you're German and you speak German fluently and you just want to target German brands, by all means, do it. You can. You can target any kind of brand, any kind of company around the world. It's that simple.
Cornelius basically asked a similar question. If English isn't my native language, then what's the likelihood of being hired for UGC work? Probably will it decrease significantly, but I guess like you just said, if you're doing it in Germany for German brands, then that's your niche, that's your market.
Yes. And if you have like an accent, maybe some people in here are thinking about an accent. Gloria, I have an accent. I speak two languages, but I have an accent, or I have some sort of speech thing. That's okay. As long as you can articulate things clearly in the language that you're making UGC for. Brands love diversity. It's 2025, guys. There's a lot of diversity things and movements luckily going on right now with brands and companies online. They love diversity and they love different people making videos for them. So if you target brands and chances are a lot of the products you use, the brands are targeting you as a customer or someone in your age range or someone that looks like you with the same interests as you, right? As a customer, you can reach out to the brands that you are interested in and you can start pitching them.
Yeah, I think there's a market for everything. I mean, I used to have a friend. He used to do modeling, but he was an older guy, and he used to make loads of money. But I think he modeled for like Land Rover and all these different companies, but their demographic was him. So yeah, Daniel has said like it's a good example. I'm sure brands for vitamins for people over 50 and so on, supplements to take it after a certain age. Like a young person, I guess they wouldn't be able to hire for UGC for that product, right?
No.
Okay.
It really depends if the brand is doing some crazy wacky angle. Maybe, maybe like I'm nobody to judge, right? But a brand can, they're gonna probably want to hire someone in the demographic that they're targeting. Most chances. I'd like to kind of open the room.
First question I had, I'm ugly, so I just didn't know if I could use somebody else's face. face.
Why don't you want to use your own face,
Oh,
Steve?
okay.
Because I'm ugly.
It doesn't matter what you look like. And first of all, you're not ugly. God bless us all with a, unique look. But second of all, you can make faceless UGC. Yes. If you don't feel comfortable showing your face,
Yeah.
you can make
Yeah.
faceless UGC.
I have two nieces that kind of look like you. They're about 24 years old, actually, and
Okay.
they do video content all the time. I see them, all day long. They make TikTok videos, Instagram, whatever, because they're used to it. They've been doing it since they were, real young. And so, the question I had is, can I share this with them? And I want them to make millions for me.
Good
Yeah, you
idea.
can share it with them. And you guys definitely can find a way to collaborate on UGC, definitely, and start a UGC business together if you want to. But no matter they can do it, you can do it, anyone can do it. So for the digital nomads and the Gen X creators in here, I mean, I work closely with Gen X creators.
Would you do training if you're compensated? Would you do training?
A training on what?
Yeah, so Gloria has a community, David. If we mentioned it at the start, but I'm not sure everybody's in here. It's called UGC World. She's got a community just like Nomad School with like 2,000 people in it.
Yes.
Okay.
You'll get access to that. You'll get free access to that.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Has anybody else got any questions?
Do international brands look for UGC contents in different languages? Because in the end, they will post it or make the marketing in the countries they want to.
Yeah, that's a toughie because every brand is different. Most likely not for each brand. A lot of brands will just market in their own country unless they're looking to do like a world expansion. Some companies do that, but it actually is completely dependent upon the company. So that's something you'd have to ask the brand.
Yeah, I think with a lot of these questions as well, sorry, no, it's so vast, isn't it? Because you can literally work for any brand.
Yes.
And it's like what you said, David, about like if you're shy and you don't want to be on camera. I think like if somebody's showing an ad to somebody, the user, the customer wants to see somebody that looks like them because they relate to them. This is why UGC, I think, is working, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, because you're the expert on it. But I'm guessing consumers are kind of tired of like just perfect ads all the time. And that's why they're not performing as well as when they see ads that are made by people that look like them. And they're like, oh, that person looks like me. So they relate and then they go and buy the product. Am I right?
That's correct. So it has to hit home. It has to hit home for the viewer, for them to purchase it.
I've got a quick question for you. Like, what's the turnaround time in like terms of creating these videos, like editing them, etc., etc.? Like, how long does it take to like get sort of like half decent at it and then to like churn them out quickly?
Yeah. So for me, when I pitch a brand, I'm like, hey, it'll take me like 3 to 5 business days to get you, the few videos that you ordered. For me, it takes maybe about 4 hours to create one full UGC video, meaning I scripted it, I edited it, I filmed it, everything like that. But when it comes to like maybe just a video that you just script read, something like that, and you just send it over, that's going to take just a few minutes, to be honest. If it takes you 10 minutes to script read, or if it takes you like 5 minutes to do it, 5 minutes and then just send it over. So it's like, it's going to take an hour or like less to get everything sorted together, get the email put together, put it in the Google Drive, everything like that, to send over that live link. So when you first start off, I'm assuming you're asking that from a beginner standpoint. When you're first starting off, expect, give yourself time, maybe like 3 to 7 business days for you to create the batch of videos, whether it's one video or like 5 videos. Give yourself tell the brand 3 to 5 business days so you can plan it. Spend one day planning, spend day one script filming, editing, and then delivering. Give yourself that time. I've been doing this for a while, so I'm very understanding about me and my process around creating UGC. So if a brand like the supplement company right here were to order UGC from me, like 3 to 5 videos, or say 3 videos for this instance, I'd say 3 to 5 business days.
I guess when they're starting out as well, like you can always just make a practice video, right?
Yes.
You don't have to like jump in the deep end and get hired by a brand and then say, oh shit, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, no. Do practice videos as well. Fill your portfolio first. So make like 7. I give my creators all the time, no matter what age they are, right? I tell my creators all the time, do the 7-day UGC challenge. Make 1 video a day for the next 7 days and put it on your portfolio. And the catch here is you have to create a video, guys. You have to create every day of the week. You have to create a different video for a different niche. So one day you can do supplement. Another day, go to like a local hotel and ask them to film for free. And then the next day, do like a travel, suitcase, right? And the next one, do just different companies to add more diversity into your portfolio.
I like the software idea as well. Hey, I never even thought about that. I'm sure there's lots of angles as well that like most people just will never think of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about like technical stuff, like in terms of like like the equipment that you need to do it? I know you said just the phone, but obviously if you're going to do a decent video, right, you're going to need like decent mics, right? Audio, maybe a decent camera.
If you have like an iPhone 11 and above, you're fine. Or if you have an Android or a newer Android, that should work as well. We just need to make sure the video quality is great. I use my iPhone 15. I have an iPhone 15 and I just use it. I have microphones that you can buy. Guys, you need 3 things. Let's just cut it to that. You need 3 things. You need a good camera. It could be your phone or camera. You need some sort of microphone. This microphone is like $200. It's a wireless Me microphone I got from Target. You can get a $15 one from Amazon of just like a small microphone you can clip to your shirt or hold, right, to make sure that audio is crisp. And then also you need, most times, if you're not doing travel UGC, you need a tripod. What this is it kind of holds your camera. It holds your camera to stay, grounded. And so you don't have to hold the camera, it holds it for you. So it's basically a pair of hands for you.
Already, actually. It's just the mic is the only thing missing.
Yeah, you can get like I bought some and they're really good. You can buy like Bluetooth wireless microphones and you can get them literally for like $20. And they work really well. You just plug the USB-C into your phone and then the phone will start recording straight off of that. But I've actually got a friend, he's got a YouTube channel that's pretty decent. It's a travel channel and he's never had a computer. He's built his entire channel just from his phone. He even edits like all of his long form videos like on his phone. So it can be done on a phone. There's video editing software. I mean, do you know any video editing software that you'd recommend for a phone?
I recommend 100% CapCut. I actually edit all of my UGC videos on my cell phone as well. Okay. And it's all done on CapCut, guys. It's the best video editing software out there because it's beginner friendly and advanced combined in one. It's very simple.
It's pretty cheap as well, I think, especially out here in Thailand. Yeah, cool. Has anybody else got any questions? Can you use CapCut with Android? Yes, you can. Yeah. So what would you suggest for your portfolio? I noticed that when you shared your portfolio, you had it on a website. Was it your own website or did you use a separate platform?
I use Canva to create my portfolio. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Canva. It's one of the biggest like graphic design, like simplified graphic design tools out there in the world. And essentially, you put in Canva, you connect your website. It's very, very like easy. They have great support as well and great step-by-step process to help you with that. And that's how you do it. And that's how you get the live videos, like kind of like that, structured like that. And I tell all my creators, use Canva because it's very simple to use. It's very streamlined and you can get a portfolio up in like 10 minutes, once you have a few videos done.
I had a question I wanted to ask you just because as we're coming towards the end, if you could break it down, like what would be the 3 steps that somebody would need to take to get started in all of this? Because we mentioned like a portfolio, you mentioned like brand outreach. What would be the steps for a beginner to, like, say if someone has done this, they want to start tomorrow? What are the next 3 to 5 things they have to do?
Yes, that's a great question. Number 1 is choose some niches. Choose like 3 to 5 niches of like, okay, I want to start focusing. I'm very interested in animals, right? I love animals. I have 3 dogs, whatever. Okay, animals. Choose your interest. If you're very outdoorsy and you like camping, choose that one. If you're a great speaker, choose like professional services. So choose a few niches like software, SaaS, Airbnbs, travel destinations, physical products like supplements, right? Choose a few niches. And that's step 1. Step 2 is pick up your phone and start recording videos. Gloria, I don't know how to film. Gloria, I don't know how to like present myself on camera. Gloria, I need help. Gloria, I need help understanding how to put the lighting together. Right? Really, we just need outdoor lighting, or if you have some sort of softbox or ring light that works, right? But lighting, like it's not necessary to have a softbox or ring light if you have access to that. That's all in my free community. So I can walk you through that. But that's what we'd have to do is we'd have to start creating because the obstacle is the way, right? We don't know how to create content. It sounds scary. Okay, that's the obstacle. We have to start doing that because that's the way, right? That's the way to move forward is to actually create content as a creator. So step 2 is creating content. Step 3 is putting together your portfolio. So once you make 3 to 5 videos or 6 or 7 or 10 videos from the random products that you're finding around your home and the niches that you chose, that's when we start putting the videos on the portfolio. So we put the videos on the portfolio. And then step 4 would be pitching brands. So we go to brands, we'd email brands, or we'd find them on Instagram or X, or we find collab opportunity. The best ways to find collab opportunities is creator apps like Backstage, going on Instagram and searching just up brands and going on your Explorer and finding supplement brands and everything like that. And then going on X and searching up collab opportunity. And I have these resources in my school community that you guys will get access to. And then 5 is pitching and landing clients, right? So to walk you through it step by step again, to make sure everyone's kind of following here, we go from choosing a niche to creating videos around those niches to putting together a portfolio to reaching out to brands, right? And pitching brands to land clients.
When you mentioned the camping as well. Another thing I thought is like, even if somebody was living in a place like Thailand, like they have to market to foreigners as well. And a lot of like, they might do like marketing to Westerners. That could be a good opportunity as well. Even if you wanted to work
Yes.
with Thai brands for the Western market, or if you work in a foreign country for the Western market.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was just in Bali for like 3 weeks with my team, and we're going out to eat, and there's like multiple like service-based businesses there, like around massage, and they target Westerners and they target foreigners with money. And typically it's people from, like Bali is or Indonesia is like a third world country, I believe. Don't quote me, right? So the economy is very different than, America or Australia or Europe, right? So they target people like that, and a lot of them speak English. So that would be a great opportunity to create content targeting those people in Indonesia, right?
I have a friend, he's got a property company here in Chiang Mai, and he basically rents properties primarily to Westerners. And he had a YouTube channel with his Thai staff running the channel, and it just did awful for years. And then as soon as he got on the channel just took off because he was like, he's marketing to Westerners. But he could have equally hired a UGC creator to have done that for him, I'm guessing. That's a YouTube channel. It's not the same thing, it's a YouTube channel, but.
Yeah, thanks, Chloris. Brilliant. I just wanted to ask about China. A lot of Chinese brands or companies, do they reach out to people like yourself to market their products, sort of give them perhaps international legitimacy and that sort of thing? And how does that work with the jurisdictional issues between countries like you and me are outside China, and China can be quite strict with its firewall? I just wondered how that worked.
For sure. Yeah, that's a beautiful question. So essentially, I've worked with Chinese companies through Amazon. A lot of Chinese companies are on Amazon, and a lot of Amazon companies are searching the web and searching X for creators. So they'll reach out to you with like chopped up English, speak English, and they will reach out to you for, they look for their Amazon storefront. They look for a lot of the review and testimonial style content. I worked with this brand. I think they're a Chinese company, this glass brand here from Amazon. And I created just a raw testimonial style UGC video for them. And it's on their website or their Amazon storefront. And they loved it, right? So that's something is that these Amazon companies actually reached out to them. Like I sent them a message in the Amazon chat to like the store seller. And I'm like, yo, I love your glasses. Let me make UGC for, let me make some videos around them for you and your brand. And they're like, yes, let's take it over email. We took it over email. I got paid out maybe $200 for the video, something like that, for a product I already had, right?
So you made contact with them first through our Amazon.com or another version of Amazon?
Amazon seller. So you'd have to kind of look up like the direct steps on how to get in touch with an Amazon seller. But you go to the storefront, and then you press like the product. And then you press like contact Amazon seller or contact support, and then press Amazon seller and go in there and send a message. And it's like a very like limited amount of things that you could say, but you can just say, hey, can I create videos or UGC for your products? If they're interested, you send over your email and you take it over email. The main point of it is to take it off of the platform.
Yeah, what percentage of your clients are Western versus Chinese? And
I'd say maybe like 75% of my brand or companies are from the West here in America. And then maybe 25% are from kind of random companies around like the world. But not to say that you can't niche in 100%, companies around the world that aren't from the West.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thanks very much.
Hey, Gloria. I was just wondering how you pitch yourself when you were saying, emailing companies. Do you just attach your portfolio? Do you have a set introduction? Do you do it live? How do you do it? And how do you get in front of everyone else that's doing it?
Yeah, for sure. I have certain pitch frameworks and templates. They use psychology and they use, sales frameworks to make sure that my pitch stands out and my pitch is better than all of the other creators that pitch them. Also, pitching brands in the first place that aren't reached out to by many creators is a hack as well, right? Because it separates you from everyone else. You can have a mediocre pitch, you send it to a brand that doesn't even get pitches from creators. Okay, cool. The chances of you landing a client is higher. Right. But second of all, when you do pitch brands, give them a quick introduction of how you found them, walk them through your service and what value you can provide the brand. And then ask them, hey, are you interested? I can send over my portfolio. It's a very simple thing. In our community, we have like pitch examples for you.
Should you expect it to be sort of like looking for a job and getting, either rejections or just not hearing from people at all, like because they're probably being inundated? And when that happens, and when that happens, do you just like give it a rest and then relaunch? Or
it depends upon the company or brand. It's a sales game and it's a numbers game, right? Send out 100 pitches, maybe you'll get 5 positive replies, which is actually a pretty good rate, right? And maybe like 10, maybe 10 are saying no, but you got 5, right? So it's taking that sifter and sifting out the diamonds, right? Sifting out like the rocks that are, in the pile. So it's like having that understanding of it's a sales game. You're always going to get rejected, but just because I get rejected from a brand doesn't mean I'm not going to get accepted by a different brand. So it's having abundance around the process of like, okay, I'm pitching a bunch of brands. I have that expectation. Some people will say no, but some people will say yes. And we're going to focus on the people that do say yes.
Thanks.
What is your process for outreach? Is it automated, or do you sit down for like an hour a day and say, right, I'm just going to do my pitching for an hour and just get really fast at it? Or how do you do that?
It's automated with software. So I use Apollo and I scrape leads. And then I use something called Lemlist, and it sends emails for me on autopilot when I sleep. Not to say that you have to do those. You can just find brand emails from their websites you search up online, right? And you can manually send emails to them. If you're a beginner, right? You can do that. But I use different software to scrape leads. And then I use software to send, the emails out. I wake up with positive replies, and I wake up with brands saying yes, no, and yes, technically. But
It's cold email, basically.
Cold email, yes. Cold email pitching.
Just a quick one. Because you're so old, and you were talking, that's being ironic, and you were talking before about, and Brett was saying about automation and so forth. It sounds quite a lot sometimes, to someone like myself who hasn't learned all that. Do you hire people? Because when I'm sort of sitting here listening to it and saying, I have to practice videos, and then, and I think the automation thing's great, but the learning curve on a lot of these things, I would suspect, like, do you just pick that up, and is it easy, or did you hire someone to do that for you and teach you?
The systems?
Yeah.
I have a background in business. So I know systems only because I started business about 3 years ago. Not to say that you guys have to have a background in business. You guys just need in-depth tutorials on how to get this software up. Is that right?
Yeah.
And can they get access to those tutorials inside of the community, right?
Yes, definitely join our community. We have all of the resources. We have the software, tutorials. We have everything in there.
Awesome. Okay. Well, if there's no more questions, we'll wrap it up there. Gloria, thank you so much for coming on and telling us all about that. Yeah, it's amazing. And
Sure.
I think with something like this as well, I don't know if you would agree, but like, because it's so vast, would you say, like, for a lot of people, like in this hour, it's kind of easy to think like, okay, but what am I going to do? But I think this is the type of thing where so many different ideas can come to you. I thought of just a bunch just sitting here for the hour. Like when you mentioned the like the outdoor stuff, I just straight away was like, all right, there's so many companies that produce tents, and I think Dane said he's going to do one with a kayak, and like the ideas are vast, right?
Yes, you can do many different things with UGC. And the more creative we get with our UGC, right, and the more creative we get with the products we use and the videos we create, the more opportunity we have. We're naturally creative as human beings. So when we have that thought of like combining our interests with UGC and the products that like fuel our interests, it gets really easy to be a creator because you're creating content around things that you actually enjoy doing and enjoy using, and services you enjoy having.
Sorry,
cool.
Gloria, isn't this similar to like the Amazon kind of ad thing that you can do when you record, you do product reviews, but obviously cutting out the middleman, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit similar. A lot of creators come from that Amazon review kind of side of things and go into UGC. You can do both. I've done Amazon reviews. Like I said, I did one I got paid for this glasses. And it's all kind of UGC combined. It's kind of combined together. You can do like, I just like section Amazon reviews into UGC in general, but don't limit yourself just to Amazon.
Yeah, it looks very like low paid, because I did actually look at that recently, but yeah, it looked like it was just like a lot of work to make them money, which is why I thought I'm not doing that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So we're cutting out the middleman here, right? And just sourcing the products ourselves, outreaching to companies.
Yeah, we're a business owner, right? There's no middleman. We don't got to depend on anyone. We don't got to depend on anything. We're our own business, right? And that's what makes it so attractive and why I jumped in. I'm like, content creation business? Or I don't even have to have followers, right? Who doesn't want to do this, guys?
Because my niche is like music, so I got that kind of music equipment stuff like that around. So just like kind of start off with that,
Cool.
But then just like, I know you mentioned tech, I code as well, but like, how would you like frame that in a tech way? Because like I've contacted loads of tech companies already. They're probably sick of hearing from me, but maybe a new angle is a good way of putting it.
It starts with understanding their problem. Like a lot of tech companies struggle with turning this complex tech software, even if it's not that complex. A lot of people aren't naturally tech savvy. I'm not, I promise. And turning that into a very digestible tutorial or demo. And that's where tech companies, that's where they can run them as ads and put that video on their website. Someone taking a complex thing and turning into an attractive, video tutorial that's comprehensible and easy to consume.
Yeah, I think a big thing. I think a big thing as well is like to realize that this isn't just like testimonials or reviews. Like Nathan in the group who did a workshop recently, who is an ad buyer. They were using UGC stuff as well. So like on Amazon, a testimonial might not be worth a lot, and they may not pay you a lot. But a company that is going to drop $1 million a month on an ad that you have created and that you're in is going to pay you a hell of a lot.
Yes.
So your content is not just being used for testimonials, it's being used for paid advertising that companies are paying for. And yeah.
And then companies like, I don't know if anyone knows Motion. It's a brand new, SaaS company out there, I believe. It's like a productivity software for entrepreneurs and business owners. I've done UGC for them. They have a huge, like companies like that have huge budgets because they have investors and they're pumping out ads. And that company's worked with like hundreds of creators over the past year here, which is insane. So companies like that have those budgets, have investors, or have, a chunk of money to spend on advertising because their product is, or their service, software as a service, is so good.
You do get a lot of VC backed companies that will just throw money around, even with like YouTube sponsorships. Like some YouTube sponsors will want to pay me like hardly anything. And then others are like, oh yeah, just whatever. So yeah, and it's because they're VC backed and they've got money.
100%.
Cool. Okay, guys, we'll wrap it up there then. We've passed the hour, but Gloria, once again, thank you so much for coming on. We really, really do appreciate it. It's been awesome. Okay, thank you very much, guys.
Bye.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.